friends, this is Chandrakant from Akulmac Technologies. Welcome to Topbrass. Today we will talk about the issue related to migrant workers. It has become a major discussion point during the entire last week. Many people were expressing their views. So let us decode the issue really at hand. So let me explain why migrant worker could become a major issue and we needed to sort it out with very good planning. So, in India, it's a very large country with, many people living in India. Um, there are many layers of economy. There are different kinds of workers. There are educated workers, blue collar, white collar, and there are skilled labor, unskilled labor, and so on. And all of these different layers in the society creates multiple layers of economy. And as you know, the population of India is 1.3 billion, and just 1% of this population work as a migrant workers. So what are these migrant workers? The migrant workers are the people who are predominantly unskilled and in search of job. They work and basically travel to different cities away from their homes in search of work, and then they work as an unskilled labor in different parts of different industry. So for instance, there is so much production happening in a country like India. There are factories, and the factories are having machines, and a lot of skills are required to start any production. So then there are skilled laborers. At the same time, there are certain percentage of unskilled labor also, which are deployed in different factories. Now, factories in India, I'm just using a generic word called factories. Now, factories in India produce everything from cars to aeroplane, even to the food items. So the salt, sugar, pulses, grains that we consume as human beings, they all come from factories, because it is not coming from farm straight. It is coming for cleaning and packaging and sorting, and then from there it is coming. So in that segment also, there are a lot of these migrant workers, unskilled, who are deployed, and they are working in the factory. Now let's come to agriculture. Now, agriculture is another field which is having so many people. And if you look at India as a country, about 60% economy, Indian GDP is based on agriculture. It used to be 80% many decades back, but now it is 60%. And so, the agriculture is predominantly, when we think about agriculture, we start imagining there is a farmer who's preparing the field, who's sowing the seeds, and then who's basically harvesting it. But that is not the case. The farmer actually, he is the landowner, or he is a skilled person in this area, in the agriculture field. So he creates the entire crop. But when it comes to cutting, there is no way he can cut so much crop if one person cannot cut. So here, because there is no mechanization, and especially when there are so many people available to do the job, so there is no need for farmers to buy these machines. They can just hire a migrant worker for a month or so. These guys will come, they will harvest the crop, and then go back. They make their daily wages and go back to their respective homes. So, it is so that is why even in things like agriculture of various kinds, in various we have 2 seasons of harvesting in India. The migrant workers have plentiful of jobs during this season, so they actually plan their activities. Sometimes they work as an agriculture labor, sometimes they work for factories, and they also work as construction labor, because construction again has multiple layers. It is highly mechanized in today's world. And now this is one area which is having a lot of migrant workers working for this segment, simply because the largest investor is, in infrastructure today, is China, and followed by India. There are so many infra projects of multi-billion dollars happening out of India, and hence there are a lot of migrant workers deployed in these industry, in these different projects in the length and breadth of this country. So the migrant workers are working in all walks of life. So when we there are few other industries. So I think the point that I want to drive is that in the multiple layers of economy, the baseline economy is actually based on the work done by migrant workers. So if you take the migrant worker out of the system, then we don't see a very good picture of Indian economy because the baseline is removed. So when the COVID strike happened, there was a lockdown, and the lockdown is now running 6th week now. We have already lived in lockdown for 5 weeks, 6 weeks running, and that is true for everyone. That is true for migrant worker also. The issue really with them was because they are working away from their home into different multiple cities. When the lockdown happened, they wanted to go back to their respective houses so that they can live with their family. But there was an issue because the COVID-19 was affecting, and the government of India had to come out with an effective plan to contain this infection. And so far, it has been a successful plan done, implemented by government of India and followed by all the states. So far we have seen the infection of COVID-19 has reached only or affected only the urban centers. Because in the urban centers, people travel abroad, they brought the infection back into India, and then eventually it is affecting the urban centers. It has not reached the rural segment of India, which is almost like 70 to 80% of India today. So by making sure that we are under lockdown, the government has ensured that the most of India is protected from the spread of coronavirus. So only urban centers, so now you can identify hotspots and then tackle the corona infection accordingly. Now the question still remains migrant workers, because they are in a limbo. They work on sort of daily wages, unskilled labor, and they want to go back to their home, but they can't because government ensured that if they go back and there was no lockdown, there is a very high chance that the virus can be taken by some of these guys into rural areas, and then the problem will multiply manifold. And that is why the government said, hey, we will give you shelters, we will give you medicines, we will give you food, you don't go to your house, we'll tell you when to go. So all the state governments cooperated. They created the shelter for all these 300 million migrant workers across India. So can you imagine that? In fact, I have never seen any international media covering this part where the state government followed the central government guidelines, built these shelter for 300 million workers for 5 weeks, gave them food, gave them medicine, gave them care. And now we are seeing the results of this lockdown. The fertility rate for Indians is 3%, which is lowest in the world. The survival rate is highest, which is 23%. So people who get corona infection are getting cured, are getting out of hospital after becoming all right. That is 23%. And the rate of doubling is 10 days. So which is also quite high. I mean, if you look at other countries' database, we are very, our data looks very good. So now so the current lockdown is there till May 3rd. There is expected relaxation. In fact, most of us are living in lockdown for almost like 6 weeks now. And all of us expect that some relaxation should be given. Especially now the data of India, corona data looks reasonably okay. So now everyone wants some relaxation, even greater relaxation with a planned lifting of lockdown is expected. So the first thing government is doing starting from today, which is May 1st, is taking care of the migrant workers, because they have been stuck in shelter homes for last 6 weeks. They have not seen their families. They don't know how their families are. So the government of India has started special trains from all across Indian cities to go back to their respective hometowns. So these, it's a very humongous job to start these special trains to ferry these migrant workers from shelter homes in their respective cities and bring them back to their hometowns. And there could be a lot of activities crisscross in the country, and people from all over the place will go. And obviously there must be some process where government would have started some testing, and post that boarding the train, and then when you land in your hometown, there will be some testing facility, there will be quarantine. So all those things are there. But the important thing is government is very concerned about migrant worker, which form the baseline economy of India. And if migrant workers are not kept happy, everything else will suffer. So I think this is a very good move, and all the state governments are cooperating, and all the state government and central governments are cooperating and ensuring that the migrant workers are sent home so that they can spend some time with their family. And when the lockdown is partially lifted, they can come back and start their work in factories and farms and construction, whatever it is. So I thought I will just decode this particular news item. I'd like to know what is your thoughts. I'd like to know your comments, and I will meet you tomorrow with some more interesting subject. Until then,